sputtering spaceship, then a distinct splash, followed by subtle chirping and croaking sounds of a swamp. The year is uncertain, the galaxy is vast, but for a young man named Luke Skywalker, his world has just been reduced to a murky, steamy swamp planet called Dagobah. He's crash-landed his X-Wing, its sleek form half submerged in the bog, and he's searching for a great Jedi Master, a warrior, a legendary figure who could train him to wield the Force and confront the tyrannical Empire. What he found instead was not what he expected. A gnarled green creature, barely 3 feet tall, with ancient eyes and an unsettling, reedy laugh, hobbled towards him. A Jedi Master? You seek a great warrior? The creature chuckled, poking at Luke's flashlight. This was Yoda. And for Luke, who had grown up on a desert planet, dreaming of grand adventures and heroic battles, this introduction was profoundly, almost comically, frustratingly wrong. He needed to be trained, now, to rescue his friends, to fight. He was impatient, impetuous, and utterly convinced he knew what he needed. Yoda, however, understood what Luke truly needed, and it was far more profound than any lightsaber training or starfighter maneuvers. Yoda's mentorship began not with elegant lightsaber forms, but with the very essence of Luke's preconceived notions. One of the earliest, most vivid lessons unfolded beside the very X-Wing that had brought Luke to Dagobah. Stuck in the swamp, Luke attempted to lift it using the Force. He strained, he grunted, he focused with all his might on the sheer physical effort of it, believing the Force was a muscle to be flexed. He failed, miserably. "Size matters not," Yoda declared, his voice a surprising boom for such a small being. "Look at me. Judge me by my size, do you?" He then proceeded, with an effortless, serene grace that belied his age, to slowly, almost reverently, lift the massive X-Wing from the mire, guiding it gently onto solid ground. For Luke, it was a moment of profound revelation and deep humiliation. "I don't believe it," he whispered, still grappling with the impossible. And Yoda's iconic reply, delivered with a gentle shake of his head, echoed through the ages. "That is why you fail." This wasn't just about moving objects, it was about moving beyond limitations, beyond doubt, beyond the very concept of trying, and instead simply doing. It was about belief, unshakable, fundamental belief in the Force and in oneself. But Yoda's curriculum extended beyond physical demonstrations. It delved deep into the psyche. One of the most critical and certainly unsettling tests took place within the eerie, gnarled confines of a dark side cave. Luke, still burdened by his youthful bravado, confidently asserted, "I need no weapon," before entering its shadowy maw. Yoda's warning, "Your weapons, you will not need them," carried a far deeper meaning than Luke initially grasped. Inside, Luke confronted what appeared to be Darth Vader. He ignited his lightsaber, striking down the dark figure. But the true horror, the true lesson, unfolded as the helmet of the felled foe cracked open, revealing not the face of the Sith Lord, but Luke's own. It was a stark, chilling mirror. Yoda's message was clear. The greatest enemy, the darkest threat, often resides within. Fear, anger, aggression, these were the paths to the dark side, and Luke carried them within himself, just as much as he carried the potential for light. This was not a test of combat prowess, but of self-awareness, a confrontation with his own inner demons, and the chilling reminder that he too could fall. Yoda's teachings were unconventional, often frustratingly enigmatic to Luke's practical mind. He spoke of the Force not as a power to be harnessed, but as an energy field that binds the galaxy, flowing through all living things. He emphasized patience, calm, and the relinquishing of attachments that could lead to fear and suffering. Adventure, excitement, a Jedi craves not these things, Yoda would famously quip, always seeking to ground Luke's impulsive nature. He was systematically breaking down Luke's preconceived notions of a Jedi, forging a deeper, more spiritual understanding. Luke, however, was still a young man, driven by loyalty and a deep sense of urgency. When he foresaw his friends in peril, his training became secondary to his need to act. Despite Yoda's stern warnings that he was not yet ready, that his premature departure could lead to tragedy, Luke left. He chose his friends over the completion of his formal training, a decision that would lead him directly into the confrontation with Darth Vader and the earth-shattering revelation of his parentage. Yet, even in his departure, the seeds of Yoda's wisdom had been sown. The time Luke spent on Dagobah, brief and incomplete though it was, laid the essential, unbreakable foundation for his journey. He didn't leave as a fully fledged Jedi Master, but he left with a profound new understanding of the Force, of himself, and of the subtle dangers of the dark side. The lessons of belief, of looking beyond superficial appearances, of confronting inner darkness, these were not forgotten. They resonated within him as he faced the Emperor, as he refused to give in to hate, as he ultimately redeemed his father. Yoda's radical wisdom wasn't about teaching Luke how to fight, but how to be. It was about forging not just a warrior, but a spiritual beacon, a true Jedi Master who understood that the greatest power lay not in strength or aggression, but in peace, serenity, and compassion. Luke's time on Dagobah transformed him from a restless farm boy with a lightsaber into a legend who embodied the true spirit of the Jedi. It was a testament to a mentorship that bypassed conventional instruction for a deeper, more transformative spiritual awakening. Pause. This unique period on Dagobah offers us so much to reflect upon. Which of Yoda's lessons do you find most impactful in your own life? Was Luke's premature departure a mistake or an essential part of his unique path? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey into the wisdom of the Jedi, remember to like this video and follow us for more explorations into the stories that shape our imagination. Until next time, may the Force be with you.